What's going on, everybody? This is Future Automation, a place where imagination meets reality, and you're listening to Tejas. So guys, in previous video we have seen some of the boards that I am having, and the way we are going to take the hardware videos uh, in progress, and how we are going to start with some of the projects. And I have bought some of the modules, you can say, for working with Arduino and Node MCU and some of the projects. So I'm going to show you all of them, and then we are going to take one of them and we are going to play around and see how we can work with it. So one I'm having here is a voltage and current regulator. So these products I have bought from RoboU. Obviously this is not sponsored by one of them, but I have bought from them. They are pretty cheap on their websites. For any electronic projects or any kind of 3D printing part, you can go ahead and buy something from them. So this is one. Next we have a wave share OLED display here. So here we have RFID module, and this is, I think, due to the plastic there is a lot of reflection of the light. Yeah, we are going to see anyhow in the future. And then we have something that we are going to check out today, that is the PS2 joystick module, which is used with Arduino to access joystick module. So instead of seeing all this reflection and all, I have opened one of it. We can just check it out. I'll keep everything aside. Okay guys, so previous before starting with the PS2 joystick, let's get a cup of coffee and let's get started. So guys, this is basically the PS2 joystick module here, or also called as self-centered spring-loaded joystick.
What? I didn't even know that.
Too much to remember, so we can keep in mind PS2 joystick module. Obviously, self-center is because it is having a spring loaded in it. If released from any end of point, it will be brought to the center itself, you can see here. So this is how it is, and that's why self-centered spring-loaded joystick. So basically, this joystick, the main motto of this joystick is to translate the position of X and Y axis to the Arduino through these pins. So here you can see that we have 5 pins here. So if I'll take this back, we can see here this is ground, here this is 5 volt, this is VRX, VRY, and this is SW. So basically we are having two potentiometers here, each for one axis. This is one. So this is having two potentiometer. One is here, which is for one axis, that is X axis, and one is here, that is for Y axis. So basically these two potentiometers are going to show us how we are going, how the position of the axis is at any point of time and any point of place in the to the Arduino. And the SW pin, that is to get the position, that is to get the position of this button that we are having here. So if you check here, and I hope it is zooming well, so if you can check here, this is the button here. I'll zoom a bit more here. So if I zoom it a bit more, okay, so this button is basically pressed when we press the joystick from above, and you can see the clicking sound here. So basically this is how the button acts, and it can be used for any kind of functionality while the project. So this kind of modules are used for robotic projects, like you can say for a robotic car, robotic tank, robotic any vehicle. So let's get started. First I'll explain you how, what is the pinout diagram of this, what are the positions and stuff, and then we are going to go ahead with the uh, project with Arduino. Okay guys, so here we are with the coordinate XY coordinates of the PS2 joystick and how exactly it works. So basically what you do here is you move the joystick front, back, left, right towards this point, towards whichever point you want, and according to the movement of the potentiometer, the values of XY coordinates are mapped or are transmitted to the Arduino, and based on the values that you receive you can work on the project that is your requirement. So if you move towards this side, then your x coordinate will go to 1023 and y will stay at 512. So basically the center point here we are having x and y as 512. So basically 512 is something you can consider as the base or the center point. So according to that, if you will move this side, then y-axis will change. If you will move this side, x-axis will change. At the backmost part, we are having x as 0 and y as 512 because we are not going to change the y-axis. But if you'll go, at this side, then you will find that we are having x as 0 and y as 1, 0, 2, 3. So basically, this is how the values of x and y are changing, and at this point here we are getting x and y as 0, and this is how we are supposed to modify or write our code based on the values that we are getting at which position. Now next to that, if you will go to the pinout diagram of the PS2 joystick, then that is also pretty straightforward. It's not that complicated because we are having only 5 pins here. So the ground pin here will go to the ground pin of Arduino, 5 will go to the VCC, VRX will go to the RX pin, and VRY to the RY pin, or 0, 1 or 1, 2 based on the pinout diagram. And next to that we are having SW, so it will be the value of this push button, basically high or low. So based on that push button you can perform some more actions. For example, you can say that the joystick movement will control a robot's front, back, left, right movement, while the switch button can control one of the action which is performed by the robot. Say for example, pick up an object with the automatic or a robotic hand you have attached, or put on some lights or anything that you want to do. So that is totally based on the requirement of your project. So this is how we are working with the PS2 joystick. Now these are the pinout diagrams and how the coordinate basically works. So after this we are going to look at the connection diagram of Arduino and PS2 joysticks. So let's get to it. Okay guys, so we are back for the connection. Let's do it. So first we'll connect all the jumper cables here to the, oops, I'm out of frame. So first we'll connect all the jumper cables to the joystick. So this goes in the ground, then we have VCC, that is 5 volts, then we have RX, so guys we have connected the cables, that is we have completed the connection for the joystick as per the pinout diagram that we have checked, and now we are going to connect the Arduino to the computer and code it and run the code. Okay guys, we are here on the coding part now, and I have already taken a screenshot first of the code so that I can explain you what exactly the code is, and then we can go ahead with the execution. So basically here the first 3 parts that we are dealing with here, or let me take the pen this side. Okay, so these three are the constant variables that we have declared. One will be the SW pin that will basically tell the code which pin the button is attached to, and these two are the analog pin where the joystick positions will be fetched from. So the joystick actual potentiometer will send the data on these two pins, X and Y. So X will be on 0 and Y will be on the, sorry, 1. Yeah. So next is the part of wide setup. So basically Arduino, if you are new to Arduino, there are main two loops in the Arduino that will be running. One will be void setup and another will be void loop. So as per the name, the void setup loop or the void setup function will only run once, and it will set up the initialize the main things whichever we are having. So we can initialize those things which are supposed to be initialized only once in the function. For example, the pin mode, the digital write function, and the serial begin function. So here we have declared a pin mode, so this will initiate the button to the pin which it is attached to, and it will be a type of input because we are taking the input and we are not doing any output part here. The second will be digital write pin to high. So basically the button works in an inverse way. So if you press, it will become low, and if you keep it open, it will become high. So based on that, we are putting the uh, we are reading the value of the button. Next to that is the serial begin. So to read the data which is coming from the Arduino, we use a serial monitor, and the baud rate we need to fix. So the baud rate is 9600. So what are these things? I will put up a link of basic things of Arduino in the description, so you can go ahead and check it. And if you still need, there are a lot of tons of videos of basics. If you want me to do a basic video on Arduino, just let me know through the comments. We'll surely do it. So in the loop, so loop will be a function that will be running continuously again and again to perform a iterative action. So here we have divided the code into a section here. So you can see here, so basically there are main three sections. So first section will read the switch input, the second will read the X, the third will read the Y, and this is basically a delay of 200 seconds between each loop. So if you want, you can increase the delay obviously, and if you don't, then you can just keep it as it is. So we are this is pretty simple and straightforward code. You can use it in any kind of project. So we are going to use it in further projects, but for now I'm just in explaining you what is the basic of the PS2 joystick code. Now we are going to upload the code to Arduino. I have already connected the Arduino, and then we are going to see how the input of the code, sorry, input of the joystick we receive in the serial monitor. So just let's just confirm. So Arduino is connected to COM6. Let's run it, and hopefully things will work out. So here at this corner you can see we have the serial monitor icon. So we use this icon to open the serial monitor. Wait, yeah, so the code is uploaded, and once you open the serial monitor, here we can see that we have started receiving the coordinates of X and Y as well as the position of the switch. So basically the switch is at 1, X is at 504, and Y is at 496. So as we discussed previously, it is somewhere between 500 to 514. I think I am not able to exactly remember it, but you once you start issuing the value, you can just consider the fixed values that you receive, and based on that you can work out your project. So now if we move the joystick, then we get a basic idea about how exactly we are uh, going to get the value. So if I take it front, so you can see that the value of X has changed to somewhere between 1 to 5. If I put it back in between, again you'll get the same 504, and here 500 to somewhere around 490 to 510, you can say. If I pull it back, you can see that the value of the X has changed to 1023. So that is the limit value of the potentiometer, that is 1023. So that's how we read the value. If I again leave it in between, again it will go to 504, that is somewhere between 500 to 510, and 490 to 510 for the Y. If I push it this side, X will be somewhere same, but the Y will change now. The Y will be from 1 to 10. If I leave it again, Y will again go to same. If I pull it this side, y will be 1023, and again in between. Now I push the button. So here you can see. So if I push the button, you can see that the value of the switch changes to 0. And now if I take the y to this side and x, so we get the highest value of x and y to 0. If I put it this side, so this is how it works. If I put it this side, y will be at the topmost and x will be at the 0. If I put it this side, so both will be somewhere near 1 to 10. And if I put it this side, both will be 1023, because we are at the extreme of the potentiometer. So this is basically how it works. You can put more projects in using the PS2 joystick. Say for example, if you have created a rover or a robot something, you can give two Arduinos. One is connected to other with say a Bluetooth connectivity or some kind of receiver and sender kind of project. So here you can use the potentiometer to move it front back somewhere. You can create a joystick. Obviously we have receivers and sender transmitters in Arduino modules. I'll surely buy them and I'll explain you how to use them. I have never bought them, so I'll be also using them for the first time. So guys, this is it for the PS2 joystick. If you liked the video, do share it and subscribe if you are new to the channel. If you have any kind of queries, you can go ahead and put it in the comment box. If you have any kind of ideas which are related to this PS2 joystick integration with any kind of project, surely don't forget to put it in the comment box, and also DM me on the Insta if you are interested in getting some more information or you have any queries there. So comment, subscribe, like it, share it, and as I always say, keep innovating. Thank you guys. Take care.